What if I told you that one man with a garbage cart full of cash laid the foundation for modern finance? In 1906, while San Francisco burned and other banks locked their vaults, A.P. Giannini extended credit to working class immigrants based only on merit and his own commitment to rebuild his city. He's a legend and the godfather of a movement in finance happening right now. Private credit, the rise of private credit. Giannini was not only ahead of his time, but it's the exact blueprint that I'm using in my credit fund today. Check out the full story here. I want to tell you a story. It starts in San Francisco, but not San Francisco today, San Francisco 1904, okay? This is a guy named A.P. Giannini, and Giannini was a Italian immigrant, or son of Italian immigrants from San Jose, lived in San Francisco, and ultimately he got a job working at a savings and loan. And when banks started, okay, banks serviced people who had money. Let me say it differently. Banks' customers were rich people, okay? But Giannini wasn't rich. He was an Italian immigrant, and what he wanted to do was give loans to other Italian immigrants, okay? These are not rich people. This is not the target market of the bank. And, Giannini wanted to give loans based on character and not necessarily by how much wealth they had. So he started the Bank of Italy, okay, in North Beach, San Francisco, all right, in 1904. Almost 24 months later, things were going really well. Almost 24 months later, there was an apocalyptic earthquake and fire combination, okay, that absolutely destroyed the entire city. All right? Look at this. This is downtown San Francisco, 1906. Giannini had all of the customer deposits at the bank. And what he thought to himself was, I need to get all the money out so it doesn't catch on fire. Duh. So he went and got all of the money, okay, and stuck it in a garbage carriage and smuggled it to his house in San Mateo, California. Okay, this is his house today. And if you look really closely, you'll also see that they still have, debatably, the carriage in which he smuggled all of the money from his entire bank to his house, okay, during the fires. What happened, though, was super interesting. All the other banks didn't do that. And they couldn't open their vaults because everything was on fire and it was so hot outside for 3 weeks. Giannini had a monopoly on the entire banking system. And so he took 2 barrels and a plank of wood and went out on the wharf, and he was extending loans on handshake deals to people who wanted to rebuild the city, to people that otherwise couldn't get them, okay? And he likes to reflect later and say 100% of those loans were paid off. Giannini's work ethic is somewhat legendary. He was riding in his carriage, and he noticed behind him another competitor probably going to the same place. So he took a shortcut, and he abandoned his horse-drawn carriage. He swam across a pond, he ran to the client's house, and he closed the deal with signature just as the other lender was showing up. As the ability for banks to own multiple locations became legal, okay, in 1909, Giannini noticed that a lot of his clients were coming from San Jose. He opened the first branch to his bank in 1909. He may have been the first banker to have multiple branches, okay? I'm proud to say that this guy's brilliance didn't end there. He actually pulled a full-on buy then build strategy and acquired hundreds of branches across California. And in 1923, in Los Angeles, he acquired this little bank called Bank of America. And Bank of America had the name that Giannini matched with his bigger vision of what it was that he was doing. And so he adopted the name Bank of America across all of his branches. From there, he continued to give loans that couldn't get loans otherwise from other bankers, okay? Let me give you some examples. Henry Kaiser wanted to build warships during World War II. Giannini gave him the money. Hewlett and Packard had a crazy startup idea. He gave them the money. A guy named Walt Disney, who had never made a movie before, got financing for Snow White
from Giannini. Giannini gave Charlie Chaplin's film the money to get started. This guy financed the whole origination of the Hollywood film industry, as well as the entire California wine industry. During the Great Depression, pun intended, Giannini gave a bridge loan to construct the Golden Gate Bridge. It shouldn't be surprising that by the mid-40s, Giannini had built one of the single largest bank in the United States, in Bank of America, okay? All because this man, okay, had a vision to give loans to people that couldn't get them from regulated banks, okay? Now, if Giannini was alive today, Walter Isaacson would write a book on him, and on the cover, he would probably look more, like this. But more importantly, Giannini would be very aware of something that's happening right now, the quiet revolution, okay? The global financial system is undergoing transformation that is reshaping access to capital and creating unprecedented opportunities for investors right now.